So Marshall, we're gonna go in here, and again, we've kind of shown this on another wheel already. But we're gonna go ahead and pre-break down. These wheels are in really bad shape. German brake dust, you know how it goes. And so we got FUEGO in the Marilex sprayer. And we're just gonna start to break down those iron deposits. We definitely wanna decontaminate these wheels. It's really important to me when I'm working on something this hammered. We know that the finish is being broken down every time we leave those iron deposits in here. So this is one of the most important steps on a heavily contaminated wheel like these. So that's the important thing for me, is to break that down, kind of let it set up. You know, I don't know, everyone has a little bit of a different process, but this is why it's so important to assess what you're looking at, right? We never quite talk about that enough. We've all, you know, I got coated wheels on my cars. I'm never gonna see this on mine. You're in the same boat, right?
Never.
Never. So we're in a different position here where a lot of people DIY, you go on a road trip, then the car gets away from you, all of a sudden it's been 6 weeks, your wheels are hammered. Adjust your process a little bit, don't you agree?
Yeah, because I think what people do, and which we've seen, and this is the interesting part of being able to look and dissect of people's habits, is you see the car wash markings, right? So you see where somebody's gone, great, hey, I'm just gonna roll through, I'm gonna get it all cleaned up, and whether I'm in a hurry, whether I'm running out of town or whatever, and you go, yeah, but, you know. Like,
yeah, and we got all this purple coming out, right? So we know we have a contaminated wheel. This can happen to anybody, especially on a Porsche Cayenne, Mercedes, BMW, even Chevy Tahoes have been historically Suburbans. They have heavy, you know, Silverados, things like that. When things have gotten away from you, or you maintain the vehicle like this one has to have gone through a car wash.
Oh, yeah, you saw it.
So if it's gone through a car wash, we can see the markings, the wheel's not in good shape, we have damage. We want to be cautious, but we want to use chemical as our friend. So this would be my first step on a really hammered wheel, is to just let some chemical start to eat. I know everyone talks about rinsing first, and majority of the time I do rinse first. But as you know, one of the things is when I have heavy contamination, I want to get the chemical at full strength at some point. So now we have this on the wheel at full strength. Let's go ahead and rinse them. And what you'll see is this just makes your life easier. And by doing this pre-treat...
Can we not rinse it? I love looking at the colors.
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
Yeah, we got a bunch of purple. I mean, this is about as grimy as it gets. And there's no better one than a Porsche wheel to see that breakdown. This is kind of one of my favorite parts, Marshall, is when you look at all that purple that you're rinsing off. I don't know if you can catch it on camera, but it's crazy. And to be honest with you, we're about 50% of the way there by just adjusting our steps, right? And that's what's important here, is that, look, we're nowhere near a perfectly clean wheel and tire at this point, but we are real close compared to where if we just rinsed without that initial breakdown. All right, so what I do, just to kind of help myself, and another thing to kind of think about here, you know, as we go through this, is use the pressure washer as your friend. It's really important that you use the pressure washer, get it into the barrel. You shouldn't have your pressure washer set up for detailing a car where it could actually damage anything. You know, you don't want that, you don't need that much pressure to clean a car. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna provide another little quick soak of FUEGO. Couple reasons. We had so much iron contamination, wanna give it another shot. But the truth is, we're gonna go and we're gonna layer TRX on top of this. So now what I'm really looking for is lubrication, right? I don't wanna damage this wheel as I start to agitate it. And the number one reason for damage, improper tool. We've seen some pretty gnarly wheel tools over the years. But the truth, why it happens is oftentimes the chemical is not lubricated enough. So what we did, as we already said, we got TRX just straight in a foam cannon to make things a little quicker, just a different style. You're barely going to use any of it. It's going to automatically dilute itself, so don't think for a second you're going to use a bunch of TRX. You're not. Foam cannons put water through, so it's going to automatically dilute it a little bit.
And if somebody wants to adjust the amount of dilution, just use the knob and you can adjust it there. All right, so this is something that's a little different, I guess, from traditional wheel cleaning, right? The adaptation of the foam cannon into wheel cleaning kind of started seeing it more and more, and now it's become common practice.
Yeah, and it definitely speeds you up, right? I mean, you know, you could use a foamer. You know, we sell foamers, guys have foamers. You can achieve that, but look how quickly we just got a bunch of products.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You do get a little bit on you, though.
Yeah, a little bit. You gotta. There's a little bit of an art to it. And again, now we're going to go in, and we're just going to very gently. And this is where the lubrication becomes very, very apparent, right? Is that I don't feel any resistance. And so because we have such a hammered wheel, we're going to rinse this brush periodically. Again, well-maintained wheels, you wouldn't really need that step all that often. But, you know, can we all be up front here? Cleaning really dirty wheels kind of sucks. You know, it's satisfying and you're glad to get them back dialed in, but the truth is, you know, this is kind of a grimy process, which is why I don't really let my rims get out of control. But, you know, life happens, things happen, it's all good. And so, what you don't want to do, Marty, I know you and I have gotten to this world and before, is get to the end of your wheel cleaning and go, oh, I missed a whole bunch of spots. Okay? So this is where you just kind of take your time, work with the right, you know, you're going to be over there kind of scrubbing the tires, which are equally as gnarly. And I mean, just look at all this. I know this is coming through on camera.
All right, should we have to be thinking tire first, wheel first? You know, is there a reason to do one before the other? Or do you kind of do it per case basis?
Yeah, sometimes you get bored. You know what I mean? You want to try something new. So then the last step, just kind of take your wheel brush. We got carpet here, which is always, you know, a fan favorite.
So it might be personal choice on tire or wheel first.
Yeah, it could be personal choice.
But what about barrel to face?
Gotta get the barrel. Gotta get the barrel. I mean, because look at this. You have so much grime, you don't want to re-dirty something you've already kind of done some scrubbing on. So I would always do barrel first. You know, guys, that's a good question. The other thing is, you know, when you kind of look at...
Hey man, you're right. This is one of the things that I told you before why I didn't ever use one of these brushes, and you said it earlier, because it flings on you.
Yeah, you just got to go...
I don't have the skill set yet of being able to do it, and I just flung brake dust all over myself.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. You just got to kind of move yourself to the side a little bit. You know,
or go real slow.
Or go real slow. No questions asked. And so, you know, one of the things I like, and you kind of brought this up in another video, this kind of speeds things up when you find one of these really soft boar hair brushes to kind of finish the faces off, you know. And again, I want to tell everybody to stay organized. Always start at 12 o'clock with anything you're doing, wheel cleaning wise, you know. And so, you know, if you kind of start in the same spot every time, you're less likely to miss a spot. And I don't see process talked about enough. You know, you just see guys start jamming their wheel brush in there. They're not thinking about where
absolutely. You see it nonstop in videos, you know, which goes back to my point. Like I could tell what was going on, so I never wanted one of these brushes. But you're right. Like if you just kind of move it around, kind of let it do its thing. Let it hang out, kind of move. Like it's good. You start getting a little too anxious with it.
The faster you go, sort of the slower you go, and the dirtier you get. Right? It's just one of those things, and so I think it's a great way with the modern wheel to get everything situated. So I just did a quarter of the wheel for you. I'm gonna let you finish your own wheel over there.
Oh, come on.
You know, gonna have to teach you a few skills while I'm out here.
Oof.
And
which ones are those? I'd like to know. Can I get like a pre-update? So I got my pen and paper ready.
But I think this is one of the craziest things is that you kind of hate when you're doing this. You kind of hate the process. You're like, oh God, I got to clean these banged up wheels. But there's nothing better than getting to the end of a of a wheel that was in bad shape, and you're like, oh look, we're kind of ready to go.
I want to be able to see the barrels again.
I know.
Right, like.
And I don't think people realize this. You know, if you're watching this, you're just starting to get into car care. You can get to the point of no return, right? If you let that barrel get bad enough, it's permanent. A lot of guys don't realize that. You know, if you're just getting into starting to care for your car, one of the things you can't play around with is letting brake dust sit there for months and months and months. I mean, you and I have seen it our entire career. One of the things is you get past the point of no return, you have to have the wheels refinished.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Right? Like you got to have everything refinished. And I think you look at that and you go, a lot of people don't understand that. If you're just getting into caring for your car, the barrels of your wheels get so hot and brake dust is so corrosive, you have to think about this situation of, I got to get this stuff off. Even if it's just a rinse consistently, is better than nothing.
Yeah.
Right? The problem is what we see happen a lot of times is people think that's what's happening at the car wash.
So that's why I was gonna go with when we think of lubrication and hands-on.
Yeah.
We miss the fact that if I want to automate something, the both aspects of it, needing the lubrication and the soap, when we go through a car wash, it's just general common practice. Someone being in that industry for a long time, lubrication's it's foam, right? It's color, it's show. That's not lubrication.
And harsh cleaner.
And a lot of harsh cleaner. And so that's why when we saw these rims that, well, you've been out here, right?
Yep.
We saw some really rough rims with that face of the rim.
No question.
Almost gray.
Yeah.
Now, that is brush, but that is also improper lubricated soap.
Yes, good point. I think we got to be ready to rinse here.
Yep, I agree.
The best part of the process. I think the best part of cleaning wheels this banged up is being done. You'll see guys with the wrong process doing one thing, wasting a bunch of time. We just cleaned up 2 really, really bad wheels, very quick amount of time. How do we do it? Proper process, proper everything, right? Proper tools, proper chemicals. That is going to be the answer, right? A lot of guys just don't give a bunch of thought to this. I get it. It's one of those things. We got a towel down here.
Man down. Hey, let's just go rub this right.
People will flip out on the internet. We're going to go ahead and not touch that to the car. But this is one of the things to kind of finish this up. Proper process. It just makes your life easier. Tools. Again, why we went directly into the foam cannon. We got hammered wheels, man. Put some cleaner on there. You know, spray FUEGO a couple times. Could you get away with it once? Absolutely. Why make your life more difficult? That's what I see too often when I see guys on the internet. They're trying to find some magic wheel cleaner. Well, the magic wheel cleaner is never letting your wheels get to this level. That's the magic.